Hello everyone and welcome back to Rebel Brick. We are working on our continuation of Kelvin Butterfingers, except now we've kind of switched them into like a G.I. Joe type comic or whatever. It's still going to be the same slapstick humor going on, just changing things up a little bit. Something I've wanted to do for a little bit, but I just couldn't do for other circumstances. But so we still have the same Kelvin Butterfingers. The only difference is instead of him having his hat, now he's got regular hair. I'm thinking I might get a different hat or something. If I could find a hat with hair, that would be wonderful. But for now, we're just going to leave him like this. That way he's still very much the same character he was. So I'm going to put him in here, and we're going to have him meet some of the group that he's working with. And of course, we can't have Kelvin without having a bunny, because we always had him with a bunny. We had him with two bunnies there for a little bit. We're going to at least have him with one for the most part, maybe two at times. I chose this one mainly because I have a little stud on the back that if I wanted to, I could maybe get a kind of like a little backpack or a soft pack or something like that on the side or something. So remember, the bunnies are supposed to be very, very helpful and friendly for them. We've had them cook meals for them, so just keeping it lighthearted, slapstick humor. That's the same thing that we're still trying to do. I don't want to change any of that because that's where we built him up from. And he's always trying to do the good right thing, and things just always seem to go poorly for him. Of course, now he's on our platform here. So, of course, now we're going to have him meet the group. So, first of all, we're going to start throwing in some of the other guys. I don't know how I'm going to get the photos as good as I did before when we had the plant. The plant's still there. We're going to change that up a little bit, but this is where we're going. So I don't know if anyone can tell by the look of it. Now this is a Creo figure, but this is Dial Tone. So we have Dial Tone. He's going to meet Dial Tone here, and he's going to meet, if I can get Dial Tone's feet in here. That is the one problem with the Creo line. Their legs do kind of separate a little bit. So now this character, I was originally thinking it was Recondo, but no, actually I'm kind of wrong. This isn't Recondo, this is actually Wild Bill. So we're going to have, first of all, we're going to have Wild Bill and Dial Tone. So now I got to get my phone going here so we can try and get some pictures, and I got to figure out how I'm going to do that with all the superstructure here. Ooh, that kind of works out pretty good. Okay, so try not to get too much of the basement background here. That way I don't have to edit as much. Okay, so we have that. We're going to, let's see, maybe if I swing this around, then I can get a little speech bubble with Kelvin saying he's glad to be here, and then we're going to swing it around this side so that way I can get Dial Tone and I keep wanting to say Recondo, and then all of a sudden Ripcord went in my mind, but no, it's it's Wild Bill. Okay, alright, so I got a picture there. I think what we should do is probably have him go look around. Let's see. I think if we have Dial Tone take him into the barracks area, because there's a computer in there, so I think Dial Tone would probably be in there, probably working on the computer more, being communications. I think that would be a little bit more fitting. So I'm going to put him there, and then I'm going to put old Dusty up there. So then we're going to get a picture of them, because I think it would be funny to, because we got Dusty wanted to claim like a top bunk. Actually, here, why don't I do this? Okay. Alright, so now that they've got that, I think I'm going to put dial tone right here because I think he would be our communications officer or, personnel. So I don't think dial tone is actually a commissioned officer, but he's definitely the person that we want taking care of our communications here. And then we've got another computer here. So at that point, I think we're going to do Wild Bill here. We'll set Rusty there. Okay, so I'm hoping that you guys can see this good. It looks like you can. So now we're going to have Wild Bill explain what this computer is. And I believe that this computer should probably be, I'll say, like our weapon systems. For like a targeting or something like that or whatever. I don't know, we'll figure something out. As I'm trying to figure out how would you go about doing that. Maybe I might have to throw another computer upstairs or something, which I could easily do. This isn't going to be 100% complete here today. I know that we've worked on it 2 days in a row, but as other things come to my mind, as small as it is, trying to come up with things for different hilarious scenarios and everything else. Okay, so I think from here, then we should probably have them go top side. So we'll take the 3 of them, and then we're going to start getting this up here as I'm catching a tree. I got a Lego tree behind my laptop, and then I'm kind of catching that. Okay. Maybe we should put a tree up here. No, I mean, just being silly. All right. So now we got to get this on here. The only bad part is as always, I'm grabbing things and then I have things falling apart on me. That's the bad part. Okay. So now I'm going to move that here. And I don't have names for these characters. These are just generic figures that I had gotten. Different military style characters. There is no actual name to them or anything, so in that regard, let's see, we're going to put them right here, and then the other gentleman I'm going to put right here. Okay. So now we've got to do this so that way we can see everybody. I'm going to kick his leg back a little bit like I usually do so I can just put him on one spot and then he can kind of pivot a little bit. Except it doesn't work as well with a Creo figure because their legs move a lot easier. And then we got Rusty right there. Okay. So I'm going to slide this around so you guys can see a little bit better. And my camera shut off there on my phone. So now I've got to do this. And that's not going to work so well because I got a Mountain Dew can in the background. I don't have a good water background at the moment. I had some darker ones. I can try this, but I just don't know how well this is going to work. Okay. I don't know how well you guys see this or not, but I'm trying to get... I do have paper. It's just like a sky view or whatever, so I'm going to put this up here. Hopefully that'll work. I figured the pool table is a little is greenish, but I mean I've had this pool table for, oh goodness, I think I got this about 25 years ago, so this thing is getting well worn. I think that green is faded and has been used for enough other things we can use that as a water. I don't think that's too much of an issue. All right. The whole crux of, I'm getting older and I start thinking of myself sounding like my father. Oh, when I was a kid. All right. So we're going to get a picture of these guys. I don't have names. I think today I'm going to leave it just kind of a generic. If anybody has any comments as to what kind of names I should name them, please leave it in the comments, and maybe we'll pick the names. For now, I'm just going to leave them as just, here's some of the other team members or whatever, and we'll leave it blank for that. Let's see. From here, we're going to have them kind of move around. He's going to go over there. I'm going to have him move like he's checking out our radar dish up here. And then, let's see. I'm going to angle this so I get our background here. And this is a beautiful thing of how we can kind of finagle things a little bit. And I'm not getting a very good picture. Okay, I'm going to move them like this. Trying to do this so that way we get our background here. Otherwise I've got to try and paint it and then it doesn't look as good, because I never seem to do as good of a job as if I just have a nice picture in the background. Alright, and then we're going to do one of this, of our little skyhawk up here. And then we have to have him do our little mishap, because he's still Kelvin Butterfingers. He still makes the same silly mistakes from time to time, and we can't forget that. So I think what we have to do is we have to have him make a mistake, and I think the easiest thing is it's going to be our missile launcher here. So we're going to have him lean on this or something, and let's see if I can get his head moves really easily. I'm not trying to move his head, but his head is still moving. Alright. Then I got to move this around here a little bit so I can have that background. And then we're going to do a little closer. Okay. Oh. Alright. Just as I get a text. Okay. So we have that go off, and then I've got some cotton. I'm going to put the cotton in the back here, and that will be the missile launching out. Let's see. Actually, can I got just a little tuft of cotton that I can grab maybe? I'd like it to look like it actually shot out here. Nah. Let's see here. I need something to kind of just put that in between. Okay. Actually, I've got one of their firearms here. And maybe I can help shove it in with that. Oh. Alright, there we go. Alright, so that way it looks like something shot out. Get in close with it. And ta-da. Alright, so that's going to be it with these guys. So now what we have to do is we have to have the outcome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide these guys over. And because I knew what I was going to do here, I have a boat set up. So we have a Cobra Moray boat, or what I've been calling the Moray, and we have these guys sitting here like they're doing some training of their own. Let's see here, and we do that, and then let's see here. I need this gentleman because I'm guessing he's a new recruit. His arms are very stiff, and I'm going to have him look up a little bit. I'm going to have him say, hey, what's that? And I'm going to have him look up a little bit, if I can. I'm trying to get him on there. Can't get his feet on the studs correctly. Oh, biscuits. Nope. No, you got him. Okay. Alright, so we're going to have him kind of say, hey, what's that? And it's going to be a oh no. And then what we're going to do is, let's see, we have, I'm going to grab my cotton here. As I get a printer printing stuff off from behind me. And we're going to have all this there. And then I figure if we can go back to Kelvin, so I'm going to grab these guys. And of course we're going to have him looking over here. Get his hand up like he's trying to look. And of course we'll get old Dusty there, and we'll have Wild Bill sitting next to him. Come on, Wild Bill. Get you. Okay, there we go. All right. Oops. Okay, and then we're gonna go. Once I can get this to focus, there we go. All right. And with that, then he's gonna say something along the lines of, I hope I didn't hit anything. And Wild Bill will say, I'm sure it missed everything. And here the Cobra Mores kind of hit. So that'll be our little punchline here. I'm going to see about getting all of our speech bubbles in here, and we'll get it all posted up. And with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so very much for joining me today, and keep bricking.